No longer content with just trying to ban critical race theory, or of course, banning making white people feel uncomfortable about racism in the state, Florida Republicans have decided to up their bigotry to an even new level with a series of bills being proposed in the state that would ban schools from discussing sexual orientation or gender identity with their students. Would ban it. It would be illegal. If a teacher were to bring up sexual orientation, LGBTQ issues, gender identities, that teacher could be fired. That teacher may face actual charges depending on what's in the final versions of these bills that are currently making their way through committees in both the State House and State Senate. And let's go ahead and make sure everybody understands that. This is not a thing that is happening in Florida schools, okay? It's not a thing. Again, I attended public schools here in the state of Florida. I have children right now who are attending public schools in the state of Florida. I have a wife that is a teacher in a public school in the state of Florida. They don't talk about these things. And yes, I've got kids and of course my wife at all different levels, all different schools, and this isn't happening in any one of them. And the Republicans know this. This is yet another attempt to launch another part of the culture wars by tackling an issue that's not even an issue. But you know what? Let's assume for a moment that this was something that was happening in Florida public schools. Explain to me how that's a bad thing. How teaching children that a different lifestyle is okay. Teaching them to be accepting. Teaching them to not have to hide who they are. Maybe they could be more accepted. Maybe they wouldn't have to deal with these repressed emotions or repressed sexuality if they had been taught that this kind of thing was okay, that it was natural, that it was okay to be who you are. That's not such a bad thing to start teaching kids or even talking to, not even teaching them, just talking to them about it when they hit 8th, 9th grade, right? Puberty levels. Hormones are going crazy, things are different, they're changing, they're becoming adults. They're feeling things they haven't ever felt before. This should be taught. Not just to help the individual student maybe be able to embrace who they are, but to help all the other students accept them. We are talking about a portion of the population, LGBTQ community, that is disproportionately affected by hate crimes, by murders, by sexual assault, and by suicides. Maybe if we taught people to accept themselves and that there was nothing wrong with what they were feeling, and we taught everybody else around them that this individual might be slightly different from you, but that's okay, it's good. They're still your friend. They're still the person you grew up with. They're still somebody that needs your love and support. Maybe if we did that, we could address these issues that have plagued the LGBTQ community for far too long in this country. But instead, Florida Republicans are choosing bigotry over acceptance. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.